early. Morning, 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 morning. It's Patrick. Wake up, sun shining, time to rise and grind. Coffee brewing, Rich Rockwell's on my mind. Mics are high, got that energy flowing. DJ in the booth, and the laughter keeps growing. Wrestling announcer spitting lines so quick, like with a football game. And he's a play-by-play slick. Torch in his hand, now he's running the show. Funny man vibes, got that endless flow. Guests lined up, bring them one by one. From the ring to the field, oh, this day's just begun. Rich Rockwell, the morning vibe, feel that beat. With the whole world tuning in, let the laughter compete. Football plays, wrestling tales, it's all about the zest. This show is for the people, man, we're bringing our best. Yeah, I step up bringing our best. So, we're bringing our best. So, we're bringing our best. Yeah. From local legends to stars on the rise. Every week a new voice, endless surprise. Rich keeps it rolling like a perfect pass. Jokes on deck, no worries, just laugh it off fast. Rolling through topics, touch on culture and more. Life's a ring, man, we're ready to score. Got fans in the stands, hear them shout and cheer. Rich hooks us close like a friend always near. Rich Rockwell, the morning vibe, feel that beat. With the whole world tuning in, let the laughter compete. Football plays, wrestling tales, it's all about the zest. This show is for the people, man, we're bringing our best. So come on in, it's a party, no regrets. From the mat to the mic, here's the freshest sets. Rich is your guide in this audio race. With laughter and wisdom, it's the ultimate space. So what's next on our list? Bring the fun, don't you fret. With our DJ Rich Rockwell Interior, don't miss a beat. Each episode's a journey where we laugh and we cheer. So strap in tight, folks, the show's pumped up here. Rich Rockwell, the morning vibe, feel that beat. With the whole world tuning in, let the laughter compete. Football plays, wrestling tales, it's all about the zest. This show is for the people, man, we're bringing out there. Yeah, man, we're bringing out there. Yeah, man, we're bringing out there. Yeah, I said we're bringing out there. Why?
Know when you see them, cause they're so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, nobody made us. And no one can take this cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with us.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everybody. What was that? All right, I think we're good now. I don't know, I heard something. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday morning to you. Thanks for joining us here on Rich and the People. Hope everybody's doing all right this morning. Good morning, David Murphy. What's up, Coheed Consumer? How you doing? It says first time they've been able to find an opportunity to tune in. Glad to be here to check it out. Well, thank you for joining us, Coheed. Hope you enjoy it. Feel free to chime in where you're at. Good morning, Mia. How you doing this morning? And let's see who's joining us over on Facebook. I'm not seeing any comments, but I'm seeing some people watching there. So good morning to y'all. Hope y'all are doing well this chilly morning. What up, T-Mac? How you doing? And what's up, everybody on TikTok joining us live this morning? And last but certainly not least, my co-host, Ontario Hill. How you doing, man?
Man, I'll be real. See, I got some things I would like to say. I'm going to say this right now. For all of y'all people that work from home, and yes, I'm hitting you too, Rich, that complain about how hard it is to work from home, please shut the hell up. Because you are not out in this traffic. Bro, adulting as a man, adulting is hard as hell as it is. But adulting as a male, part of the male species in today's society is ridiculous. My child's bus, my granddaughter's bus will not run. So I had to be at work at 8. The school only set the kids in at 7:45. It's a 15 minutes, it's damn near a 15-minute drive. So I'm always gonna be late to work because I can't get the girl in until 7:45. It takes 15 minutes to get to work. Then I'm going in traffic. Then I go to a job I get irritated with sometimes. Then I'm trying to do the podcast. So for y'all that sit at home and don't have to worry about the traffic, yes, work is work. Work's gonna be hard. I understand that.
Yeah.
But damn it, be quiet and enjoy the benefits of being at your own house, not having to commute, taking a bathroom break, whatever the hell you want to do without people in the back of your neck sweating down your ass when the next report gonna be done.
Man,
Enjoy it. Shit.
it's hard to work from home though, because you got all the home stuff that you want to get done while you're working. Like you get like a little low point or something. Like, oh, I could throw dinner on right now, have it ready. There's lots of things. It's tough working from home, man.
Yeah, but do you know how much? But you know how much I would love. It's like a person that lives in California and a person that lives in Wisconsin, and the person in Wisconsin's like, man, this weather here is just I can't stand it.
Especially if they're
person
from
California,
Janesville
I
getting
just
attacked
love
by
it.
turkeys.
Huh?
I said, especially if they're from Janesville getting attacked by turkeys.
Exactly, Monday. But that's all I wanted, man. That's all. Yeah, that's all.
No, man, I will give you that. It was Tactical said, man, I'm glad he don't complain about anything. David Murphy said, traffic on the way to Little Rock from Conway sucks. Coheed Consumer says, tuning in from Mel. Awesome, man, awesome. No, I'll agree with you, man. I had to, of course, I have to run out in the mornings, too, before we start the show, take the kiddo to school, get the cousin to work and everything. And, man, traffic was rough this morning. I know I was driving like, geez, I know I left on time. Like, come on, and trying to get back here and get ready to get the show started and everything, man. So I think it's just everybody adjusting, back to life after being off for a week because of all that snow and ice and everything. So
Yes. But the thing is, I'll be honest, all said and done, I don't give a damn if I'm going to work or driving. It's good just to be out of the house. No more
Right.
cabin fever.
Right. Now, see, the downside to working from home, though, is also like, dude, I don't think I would ever be able to do a regular, like, brick and mortar job again. Like, I don't think I could work with other
Why
people.
would you? But why would you want? That's what you don't understand. Why would you want to? People, when you remember, can I say this? I'm gonna leave it alone. Biblical term. Remember, God opens doors and closed doors. Don't open those doors back up once they're closed.
But
See,
then you
knowledge
deal with the
today.
other side of it, that you're stuck inside your house all the time. I mean, I work from home, I hang out at home, I sleep at home. Like, I'm always home. That's why you're like, Rich, man, come on, you need to get out. You need to go out somewhere. Even my doctor says, man, go out and look at the sun.
Okay, well, you're right. I think everybody's a little different because remember, I do have disabled people in my home. So for me, it'll be a blessing to be able to work from home.
Right.
I don't have to worry about, yeah. So I get where you're coming from.
Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and dive into some news you can use, man. By the way, we got a great interview coming up here in a little bit. I got a chance to sit down with Kirk Francis and have an interview with him. He's from the Vibe Your Vibe podcast. So, anyways, man, great interview. We'll be having that come up with him. We're just going over some Facebook comments here. Good morning, Keith. He says, morning. TikTok was super loud, so I switched to Facebook. Tyler Burnside says, good morning. Peter Van says, wherever Unk is going, we know he'll make it. He's got plenty of gas, unlike someone else we know. Hey, I got like 100 miles left in the tank, man. We're good. Peter Van says, morning, fellas. Lori Burt, Granny Hulkster, she says, good morning. What's up? Like I said, let's go ahead and dive into some news you can use, man. Let's start off in Bakersfield, California, at the Hard Rock Casino. All right, fun time where a massive brawl broke out on the casino floor and was all caught on video. According to reports, multiple people started fighting, punches were thrown everywhere, security got overwhelmed, and at least one person was stabbed before police stepped in and made arrests. Witnesses say the fight went on for several minutes, spreading across the floor, while other gamblers just stood there filming it because, I mean, of course they did. A free MMA fight inside the casino, man. Why would you not?
Oh, my God.
I mean,
really,
first of all,
Rich, really.
Look, nothing says responsible adult entertainment like turning a casino into a live Street Fighter action movie.
Huh?
Huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you're off talking to somebody else. People go to casinos.
No, I'm not. I'm listening about the casino thing. Yeah, I would do that. I mean, I'm a casino person now. Seriously, I'll
I,
sit there for hours at the slot machine and just
I mean, I'm a little too, personally broke to go to the casino, but when I can, man, I like to go. But I mean, these folks just basically went to the casino and were like, yeah, it's cool to lose money and drink watered down liquor. Let's go ahead and add some felony charges to the experience too.
well, hey, they just didn't go for the buffet. Put it like that.
And I always love how like casino fights always fight over something stupid. It's never a thing to actually start a fight over. Like, oh, you bumped my chair or you touched my chips. Next thing you know, it's fists flying and people
Or
getting stabbed
or you
and
sit next to an old lady with a blue wig on that lights a cigarette up every time she hits the jackpot.
right, right. What was it, man? It's the Hard Rock Casino. Their new advertising slogan can be "Come for the slots, stay because the exits are blocked by a brawl."
No, I got one for you. Hard Rock Casino. Hey, Hard Rock Casino. Come for the lights, stay for the fights.
There you go. There you go. David Murphy says, I like the horse races. Yeah, those are cool, man. I got lucky a few times out there at the horse races. So good morning, Turner. How you doing, man? Long time no see on Facebook. Thanks for joining in. Let's see what else we got going on here, man. This was shocking to me, and this is not funny at all. Let me just preface that. As this one's absolutely terrifying. Video surfaced online last night, really, with this story. 12-year-old girl dangling from a ski lift at a major ski resort after apparently slipping from her seat. Witnesses say she was hanging on while people below scrambled to put padding and a safety net underneath her. She ultimately fell about 25 to 30 feet, missing part of the net. But incredibly, officials say she did not suffer life-threatening injuries. Authorities say the safety bar was not lowered at the time of the incident. Which is just absolutely crazy, because, like, dude, this is, excuse me, this is fucking 2026, right?
Yes.
Okay, there you are.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Like, how in the hell does a child end up dangling from a ski lift in 2026? You mean to tell me we've got heated seats, we've got heated steering wheels, we've got touchscreen dashboards, but we still can't manage to pull the bar down so the kid doesn't fall to their death?
Bro, but think about it. We still build planes out of stuff that the plane gets destroyed, but the black box is still there.
I mean, I get
Okay,
that.
also too, I got some news that since we're talking about kids, I got some news that I don't know if it's been released to the public yet, but I got a breaking story I think that we should break right now,
All
if you
right.
don't mind.
Breaking news on Rich and the
Okay.
People. You heard it here first. Hey, what's up, Mister on TikTok watching
so
from Latvia?
you ready? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready, man. Let's hear it.
So allegedly, Pastor Rod Lloyd has been accused of assault with SA with minors going back to 1996,
Dang.
all the way to 216, just with this one person. But here's the thing, though. This guy is part of the congregation for LRHN. He's in Little Rock,
I
but he's
saw
the
that
pastor.
yesterday. Yeah, I saw that was posted on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah, so that's the story going around. I just wanted to touch on that and just say we were just talking about your kids, safe places that your kids are supposed to be at, with people you're supposed to trust. And this is another situation. I don't know if it's true. God's the one that judges. But if this is something that's true, this is another case of what do we do now to protect our kids. The reason I brought the story, you were talking about a child not being protected by a roller coaster. I then look at stuff like this.
Right, man. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll definitely have to see how that develops. Coheed Consumer said, I mean, Tupac did lose his life after a casino brawl. Little Doggy said, if you're not committing a felony, how do you know it was a good time? Coheed Consumer said,
Oh my
at Tactical Turkey, you took my CD in broad daylight and you scratched it. Little Doggy said, I lost my wife at Pizza Inn one time.
Oh my God, what happened?
But still, dude, like, I mean, really, the safety bar isn't optional. Like, that's not a suggestion. It's not a vibe. It's fucking gravity insurance. Like, Dude,
Okay, I got you. Okay, check it out. Though. I'll be honest. Now I know it don't have nothing to do with this case, but I know some kids, bro, that I've seen some of the dumbest kids do some of the dumbest stuff, on these videos and stuff. So I don't know. I mean, I know they should have put the bar down, but I mean, at what point do you not say, "Hey, the bar's not"? I mean, even the parent. At one point, you say, "Hey, my kid's bar's not down." Come on, like when do we take a responsibility as a parent too? Like, come on, it's your
well,
kid up there. Like, you didn't see the bar not being put down.
that's what I was gonna say, man. Like, who's responsible in that situation? Would you say it's the parents or the operators of the ski lift?
Both of them.
Who's
Because
in?
they ski lift guy shit did it. But you know me as a parent, I'm funny. Like if I walk, bro, I'm the type of guy that if I park in a parking lot and there's a car next to me, if that car has some type of dent in it, I move my car. I'm one of them type of people. So there's
Right.
no in the world you're gonna get me in an unsafe situation. I don't say anything about it. It's
let's
not happening. I'm sorry.
let's keep moving right along, man. In an old mining town, researchers discovered 150-year-old bottle of alcohol, believed to date back to the late 1800s. Instead of preserving it for history or, calling up a museum or, figuring out how they made it, they decided to open it. Yep, exactly. And they actually tasted it. Experts say the bottle had been sealed for over a century and likely survived from the
Wow.
mining boom era. But yeah, man, would you drink 150-year-old alcohol?
150-year-old liquor. I don't know if I'm drinking that. I'll be honest. I don't know, man, because you got to think it's fermented. But I will tell you this: it had a hell of a kick to it. It was
Um,
fermented for over over a century,
I mean, that's what
bro.
I'm saying, dude. Like, if something survived 150 years untouched, I don't know if
Hey,
it's
check it
meant
out.
for your mouth.
Can you? Oh my God! No, you ain't going there. Hey, can you imagine? Can you imagine the commercial? Buy Tucker's wine. Tucker's wine is aged in tombs of Egyptians for over 100 years.
David Murphy says, I didn't even know that. He says there's no safety bars on ski lifts, just a chair attached to a cable. Even worse, we haven't thought of this technology yet to put safety bars
Wait a
on the.
minute. There's no there's no safety bars on the ski lift.
Apparently not.
There's no there's no safety bars on the ski
I mean,
lift.
I've never gone. I'm not a big skier, but yeah, apparently
What?
there's not. I thought there. I
There's no
mean, I
safety
figured
bars on
there
the ski
was.
lift.
It's 50 feet up in the air. You'd think they would require it. I'm telling you, that alcohol from 150 years ago, man, that was back when doctors were like, yeah, sure, cocaine cures sadness, absolutely.
Hey, think about it. That's before the robot. Remember, okay, it got to the point where robot testing cures everything. That's before the robot testing days. That's the days. That liquor's from the days when you used to get shot by a bullet. They throw you on the table. They say, here, they give you a strong side, have you bite on something. They pull the bullet out with a knife. That's from them days.
And absolutely, Turner said, doing well, bro. Yeah, it's been way too long since we've caught up. Um, man, with that story though, the 150-year-old bottle of liquor, while that I can't imagine that it tasted good, but something that probably would help it out would be a little bit of Mike's smoked salt seasoning.
Mike
Oh,
smoked salt seasoning.
wait, what?
You have a Mike smoked salt seasoning. You have a problem with your meat? Does not have that panache and that je ne sais quoi needs coming off the grill? Well, you too can have the best tasting meat ever if you decide to use Mike smoked salt seasoning. Mike smoked salt seasoning comes in 3 different styles and flavors. It tastes delicious on everything: feet, cow hooves, and even 100-year-old liquor. Go to Etsy now and get your Mike smoked salt seasoning.
There you go. Mike Smoked Salt Seasoning, proud sponsor of the Rich and the People podcast. Thank you, Ontario, for that great commercial. I got to get turkeys loaded in here too, man. I'm falling behind.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dude, no. Turkey's the man. I'll be honest. I don't even try to compete no more. I just keep mine on a satire level because he's Mr. Professional. He's Mr. Unprofessional. He's like, whatever, man.
David Murphy said they don't have chairs attached to them because they never stop moving. Then he said ski lift fail videos are usually pretty funny as long as no one's hurt. That's still crazy to me. Like, even if they don't stop moving, think
Yeah,
they'd
but
still have a bar or, I don't know, something, man. That's
okay,
just,
but I just asked my buddy, man. My friend,
yeah.
that I work with. He's from White County. And so I asked him a lot of questions about stuff like this, and he said he said that that don't mean that he knows about skiing. He said he did tell me that most ski lifts don't. They might have like they don't have a safety bar, but some of them might have the bar that you hang on to while you're sitting there. Because don't forget, a lot of times some of those people literally at some stages they literally jump off of that, depending on which stage you're going on the ski lift. You might
Right.
be going to the bottom stage, so you got to be able to jump off with your skis. So
Right.
I was told that a lot of times they don't have bars on.
Right. Right. That's still crazy to me. All right, man. Let's do this real quick. We'll be back in just a second.
These days, you gotta tiptoe around. Can't use words like sir or ma'am without the chance of losing part of your fam. Find it best to just stay quiet. Now listen while I start my word diet. Is all that you're gonna hear. Gotta be quiet for out of fear. Say the wrong thing and you end up canceled. Whole reputation becomes dismantled. Words, phrases, slang, come and gone. All this bullshit, wish we can move on. Let's mumble this shit so you can't discern. These words are phrases I've had to unlearn. Soft motherfuckers can't hear too much. Sensitive ears, hands soft to the touch. Looking for excuses to blow you up. Walking around acting like they know sup. Is all that you're gonna hear. Gotta be quiet for out of fear. Say the wrong thing and you end up canceled. Whole reputation becomes dismantled. Words, phrases, slang, come and gone. All this bullshit, wish we could move on. One more time for the people in the back, just in case you ain't been keeping track. Keep your mouth shut and your ears open wide. 2025 ain't no place to hide. Keyboard warriors coming to find you. Won't say that shit when they're right behind you. Just blah 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 and run that jaw, expecting motherfuckers to be in awe. Is all that you're gonna hear. Gotta be quiet for out of fear. Say the wrong thing and you end up canceled. Whole reputation becomes dismantled. Words, phrases, slang, come and gone. All this bullshit, wish we could move on.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Jeez, I'm just going to destroy my microphone there. Ontario, you've changed your look, man. You grew your hair out some. Oh, hey, there you are. I was looking at who's ever behind you. I was like, where'd he go? Oh, man. He went from bald to hair. We're going to have to change up the whole Wednesday podcast now. Wednesday night podcast.
No,
One bald guy and one Fabio.
stop. No, never that, bro. I'm never Fabio. Although I do like a news reporter right now. And guess what? Tomorrow we're gonna have highs in the hundreds right here. And as you can see from this side right here coming in, we got the lows coming in. Now you see this little front right here. It's gonna breeze on in. No, I'm saying I'm in my weatherman era.
Remember when we were at the studio there and Patrick had me put on that hat and he was like, man, he's a perfect Walter White lookalike. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the famous Breaking
Yes.
Bad house, Walter White's home, is back on the market after the price was slashed by $3 million. Despite its pop culture fame, the home has struggled to sell, largely due to constant fans trespassing, throwing pizzas on the roof, and treating it like a tourist attraction. Man, they're having a lot of trouble, selling the old Breaking Bad house. I guess it turns out people don't want to live in a house where, I don't know, meth empires were born, crime montages happen, strangers scream
where's that
bitch
house?
outside.
Where's that house located?
I believe it's in, what was it here? I was looking in the article. I want to say it's Arizona. I believe
Is it?
so. Why? What's up?
Because the guy that Breaking Bad, the
Oh, I'm
story about
sorry.
that
It's
whole Breaking Bad
Albuquerque.
thing.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Mexico, yeah.
Yep,
Well,
located
that
at.
story actually,
What'd you say?
everybody, this is, come on, get back,
Ah,
come
come
here.
on, man. What's up?
He don't want to get on the camera.
He don't wanna.
That's the GM. That is the GM of Aaron's. You come up here, you get the man. His name is Brandon. If you're ever in Cabot area, I'm gonna do a little advertising real quick. Ever in the Cabot area, come on down to Aaron's Furniture here in Cabot, Arkansas. You get to meet me, Mr. T, the wrestling guy. That's they call me here, Mr. T. And you get to meet Mr. Brandon, who is the GM. Come on down, y'all. As a matter of fact, you come down now to get anything. I will give you a free bottle of Mike's Smoked Salt Seasoning, Ontario's foot flavor. It has the slower with SMG, MGS, MFL, whatever you want to call it. So we got you.
Hey, man, Valentine's Day is just 10 days away. You got your plans all locked in yet?
Yeah, yes, I do. I'm gonna lock the wife in the bedroom, throw some chocolates.
Hey now, this
couple
is a
steaks.
show. We can't be going all crazy.
No, bro, if the plan's easy, no, it's not like that. What I'm going to do is I'm seriously going to do what I mean by lock is I'm going to lock her in. I mean, I'm going to live her in the room by herself. I'm gonna put in some chocolate, some flowers, light candles, and I'm gonna sit in the living room, watch the game while she's there enjoying Valentine's.
Might be reading about you getting murdered on one of the next news stories after Valentine's Day, man. Well, while that plan does sound solid, you might want to, go with this plan. Or if you're in a new relationship looking to propose, unlike me, I'm, on the single train for life. So happy Independence Day to me on February 14th. Dave & Buster's announced they're hiding $15,000 engagement rings inside select arcades for Valentine's Day. Customers can potentially find a ring. What's up?
What?
Yeah, customers can potentially find a ring while playing games and then use it to propose if you want. Basically, what they're doing is across all the Dave & Buster's locations in the U.S., they have a human claw game where you can actually you are the claw. It's $20 or whatever to ride it, and you get picked up, and then you can whatever, and you get dropped down and you grab something, you might find a ring. So yeah. Anyways, man, that's what they're doing, and of course, nothing says forever like proposing next to a broken skee ball machine.
or over a slice of bad commercialized pizza. I mean, hey, it's all same to me. It works in the way.
Right. And let's be honest. I mean, it's not really the best story. The engagement story is going to include what? Flashing lights, a prize counter,
and kids.
A kid, yeah, kids running all around.
Yeah.
And really, you're not proposing to the love of your life. You're just proposing to whoever agreed to go with you to Dave & Buster's.
So they're literally taking these rings and they're hiding them. Is it just in the claw machine?
Yeah, so it's at locations that have this human claw machine going on.
Okay.
Yep. It's but I mean, hey man, that's a good deal. $20, you might score a ring, and the ring is worth $15,000.
Okay, but who's taking their mate to Dave & Buster's on Valentine's Day, bro? That's the thing. It's for the fact you're doing that is the issue, number one. And number two, who in the hell would propose with a ring out of a claw machine? Are you kidding me? Seriously, I mean, it's can you say cheap, El Cheapo? Can you just say El Cheapo off the bat without even, I mean, come on, really? That is bro, that is so low bottom budget for any Valentine's I've ever heard of. So it's
I'm gonna just go the easy route and just go to one of the little quarter machines, and get out a ring pop or something, man. Here you go. no having to fight anybody for it in the ball pit. Yeah.
That's what I would do. Have a grown man sitting there fighting over that. Grown man fighting over rings and balls. It just don't sound right.
Right. All right, let's do a little bit of this, man.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb some guys need you, a big hard fuck drowned in some money. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny. What? This shit ain't funny. This shit ain't funny. What? So stop laughing. This shit ain't funny. What? This shit ain't funny. This shit ain't funny. What? So stop laughing.
Yes, sir. Luke Shoemaker. I had a chance to catch up with him yesterday. We had a great phone call, man. He just got back from the Grammys out in L.A., and it's nothing set in stone yet. We're waiting to find out if he can fit it into his schedule, but if he can, he's going to come join in on the Friday night virtual party and hang out with everybody and, of course, answer everybody's questions about the Grammys and what it was like. So, man, I think that'll be
I'm super excited.
What's up?
I'm super excited for that. Also, too, y'all, I'm gonna tell you something right now. That is a low-key jam. I'm sorry, man. When I hear that song, I gotta move. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Hey, Luke, man, you the man, bro. That's a low-key jam. You gotta keep it for real. I know music, and that's in the hood that we call that's a cut. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Little Doggy said a minute ago when I was playing the song that was 2025. He said, "Whose song is that? It's awesome." I believe Patrick made that one. But yes, sir. And then Turkey said it's hard to advertise for a product you don't actually use, Unk. He says he eats it every meal.
I know you didn't go there with that. I do. You know what? As of this moment, I'm relinquishing my voice and my ideas to Mike Smoke Sauces. Turkey, you can have it. I love it. I use it on everything. But from this point out, I relinquish the crown of trying to talk about Mike Smoke Sauce Seasoning on Etsy. You can have that.
Nice. Secret plug there at the end, man. That was good. I like it. Speaking of which, also a huge thanks to Mike Woodall, Little Doggy, and Mike's Smoke Salt Seasoning for being a proud partner of the Rich and the People podcast. Want to give a shout out to a couple of our other partners too. Chauncey Foxworth with Machine Fitness in Hot Springs. Look, if you're looking to get into some self-defense classes, or just learning how to fight, or you want to be an MMA fighter, or I've done it before. You want to just do it because it's a fun-ass fucking workout, man, and it's a way to get in shape and get healthy. Hit up Chauncey Foxworth out at Machine Fitness, man. He's got great deals on classes, like $25 a week for 2 classes. He'll work with you or in a class setting, man. It's an awesome thing. We had him on a couple weeks ago with an interview, man. I had a chance to talk and sit down and talk with him. Great time. So check out Machine Fitness out there in Hot Springs. And also, if you're in need of some work around the house, doesn't matter what the project is, hit up Work. Handyman service. John Bailey heads that up. He had just come out here for me recently and replaced my garbage disposal because it went out on me, man. And he was in and out and underneath an hour. Super affordable, man. So hit him up. Work on Facebook. All those. Thank you so much to those guys for being partners with us. So let's move into this, man, our kind of final story of the day, and then we'll get to our interview with Kirk Francis from Vibe Your Vibe podcast. This one you might need to step back into camera frame for, man, because this might shock you here a little bit. A former OnlyFans model has left Los Angeles to join the TLC reality show that's pretty Amish-focused. I forget what the name of it is, but yeah, saying she wanted a simpler life away from fame, social media, and modern technology. Yes, this is real. Yeah, so former OnlyFans model, she's hanging up the ring light and the Wi-Fi and heading out to Amish land in Pennsylvania. Tell you, man, that's not a lifestyle change. That's a hard reset on existence.
That's like Nicki Minaj, Glorilla, and Ice Spice get together and they decide to open up a church and a ministry for kids. It ain't natural, it ain't right. No. Here's the thing though. She mean to tell me she going up from giving up camera lights and all that to going to cottages and candles by moonlight.
Dude,
I mean,
she went from ring lights, Wi-Fi, and Lincoln Bio to butter churning, no electricity, and Rebecca, fetch the horse.
Hey, check it out though. Not to be funny, she might be lying to everybody. She might be secretly getting ready to create some type of content that that blurs the line. I'm just saying.
gonna have a rude awakening when the Amish ask her to make some cream. Go churn some butter. She gave up on OnlyFans, but OnlyFans won't give up on her, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Cause she's gonna be around OnlyFans, no heaters, no nothing. Just OnlyFans. They're gonna have fans like, she'll be all right.
Tactical
Dude, I
said
can imagine that.
Tactical said she's churning real butter now. He said she's gonna blow out their candles, eh?
Hey, can you imagine when she shows up at the little church thing with the little young boys that secretly have been watching her, that shouldn't have been watching her because they ain't supposed to know about that type of stuff? Can you imagine them like, oh my God, it's her. I told you it was her.
Going back to the liquor story, the 150-year-old bottle, Peter Van said, I'd absolutely try a 150-year-old liquor, but could you imagine what that would go for at auction if it was left sealed?
Bro, yeah.
Tyler Burnside said,
Could you,
I'd probably
hey,
drink the bottle of alcohol from 150 years ago. I'm a couple minutes of... I'm not sure what the rest of that says, but yeah, he would. Sean Skelton says, what up, Rich? What up, Sean? How you doing, man? Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. So, man,
here's something that's crazy too, though. I think about it. It's like, I'm curious, did they drink it straight? Did they drink it neat, or did they have a chaser?
I'm pretty sure they just popped it open and took a sip, man. They weren't, full-on bartending it. I'll take a little bit of that 150-year-old liquor on the rocks.
I mean, somebody might have had some battery acid or Coca-Cola next to them and just took a swig of that to chase it. Think about the first taste of that bottle, like, or the first smell, the first you crack it, oh, and then you
Dude,
drink it, bro.
Ooh, man, that
I just threw up.
I don't know, man. That had to be some strong shit to drink for sure. Man, lots of great things going on. Let's see, this Saturday, you and I are heading up to Gladiator Championship Wrestling in Dardanelle. We're going to have some fun up there. You're going to be doing the commentary with Gorgeous Gabriel, correct?
Yes, we're looking forward to it. Bro, it's a lot of stuff coming up. Looking forward to that. I will be in Osceola on Friday night at MCW for the MCW Defiance taping. Then bro, it's big time. You got to mention too, the Gladiator Championship Wrestling. If you guys can't get there early, they are hosting. I think the spots are limited if there's any left. They are hosting the Mike Bennett seminar. Bro, I heard Mike Quackenbush is in town this weekend, bro. This is crazy. This is the amazing weekend of wrestling, bro.
Man, it is going to be a good time. What up, TJ? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining in on TikTok. So let's do this, man. Yeah, I just recently had a great chance to sit down with Kirk Francis from the Vibe Your Vibe podcast, man. It's a great interview. A little long-winded, but, man, we covered a lot of information and, talked a lot about just growing as a podcast and everything, so learned a lot from him. We'll get that interview playing here in just a minute. Don't forget, join us tonight. What is it, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock when we start?
8 o'clock, Two Ball Guys. We will be on our new YouTube channel, the Facebook channel. I went to get it up. Something's going on with it. So they still have to catch us on Ontario and Rich for but YouTube, it's on the Two Ball Guys YouTube channel. So we do have a new platform we're involved in.
Yay!
Join in tonight, 8 p.m. Yes, it's going to have fun. Join in tonight, 8 p.m. Also, Rich, I know before Rich starts the interview, I want to say to everybody, all sincerity, I appreciate you guys. Enjoy being part of the podcast. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the chance to do it remotely. Like I said, I know me and Rich, I'm kind of new to this with you guys. I got my own fan base, but I appreciate everybody that tunes in, jokes around me, compliments me, or give me some type of criticism. I love it either way it goes. So, Rich, I wanted to put that out there, man. I just enjoy being part of this, man. It's awesome.
Absolutely, man. We love having you here. And same to everybody else, all of our fans and supporters and everything, man. If you all have any ideas on, different things we can do or ways you'd like to see or something, whatever, man, feel free to reach out. Rich at patrickandthepeople.com. And we're always up to suggestions and everything. Tactical says, 2 bald fools at 8 p.m. He also says, hit me up about that wrestling. I might slip in there up in Dardanelle. And he said, taste the booze or the girl? Not sure which would be worse.
Ooh, that's a question we need to put into one of our tallies and have people literally vote on it, and we can come back with a tally. I'm thinking about putting up a little marker on one of our things. Like,
right.
Let me put what the taste.
Would you rather take a sip of 150-year-old alcohol Or taste an OnlyFans model that changed to be an Amish.
Remember, that creaminess is not going to be the same.
You can churn her butter. All right, y'all. Take care. Have a good one. We'll see you tonight, 8 p.m. Two Bald Guys. And tomorrow back here on Rich and the People, 8 a.m. Right now, stick around. Kirk Francis interview on the way. Love y'all. We'll see you later. Thank you all for all the support, as always. Take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, folks. Today on Rich and the People, we've got someone truly special joining us virtually. You might know her as Kung Fu Kendra, a purple sash Kung Fu master with over 20 years of experience. Founder of... That is not the interview that I was looking for. Let's do this here.
Built with alloy and high-tech microchips, silicone skin and unparalleled grip, equipped with only state-of-the-art hydrogen battery powers my heart. All functions normal. Of course, it's without a doubt.
All right, today, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Kirk Francis. He's a storyteller, strategist, and host of The Vibe.
So what explains my feelings for you? Memory loaded. I came off the assembly line from quad.
All right, let's try that one more time here. Again, Kirk Francis with Vibe Your Vibe. All right, today, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Kirk Francis. He's a storyteller, strategist, and host of the Vibe Your Vibe podcast. Kirk's built a platform rooted in authenticity and real stories, letting people show up human, unfiltered, and unapologetic. Beyond the mic, he's also the founder and CEO of Authority Union, where he helps founders, creators, and leaders turn their authority into real impact and results. Kirk, welcome to the show, man. How you doing? Thank you so much for joining us.
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Kirk, let's kick things off. Let's go back to where you started. What first drew you into storytelling and podcasting as like a medium for connection?
It's actually, I don't know if we actually talked about this previously. It's kind of an odd start. So I initially started out in IT, and then I had an opportunity given to me because I was out of work, and I decided to get into headshot photography. And I did that for a while, and I had a local Five Guys franchise approach me for handling their social media.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but I got a crazy idea because they did, we would record a lot of video for internal training recognition purposes on top of posting stuff on Facebook. And so I said, why don't we do like an internal podcast? We don't have to put it out in the public, but you can use it internally. And that's where my podcasting kind of got started.
Okay.
Was there. The storytelling bit of it kind of came from, I had an opportunity to take a course in visual storytelling down at Miami-Dade College. And I don't know, I was just drawn to trying to tell stories through stills. And I think I took that course, probably one of the main reasons why I took that course was I took pictures, but I kind of wanted a way to maybe do a better job explaining them or putting them together so they have more of a story arc. And so it was a class that kind of covered, the classical, how do you put together a story and demonstrate it visually. So it's not just a single still picture, but multiple stills, but the stills together tell a story.
Right. So who would you say, like, kind of early on learning about that and learning, how to tell a story, who were like the voices or mentors that kind of helped shape the way that you tell a story?
Wow. I guess just by, observation, right? Shlomi Ron, who put the class on, definitely was helpful. I had a couple of podcasts with him, and he's the founder of the Visual Storytelling Institute down in Miami. And then other people that I really kind of took notice to was, like Ken Burns. He did a lot of mostly stills. And if you guys, anybody's familiar with video editing right now, you'll see the Burns effect. That came from Ken Burns taking still images and trying to create an interesting effect on them while he was using them to tell a story. And so I watched a lot of those kind of documentary type style.
Nice, nice. So when did the idea to build a platform like Vibe Your Vibe kind of hit you? Because I know you said, earlier you were working at a Five Guys franchise or had owned a Five Guys franchise and kind of got, started on a like in network kind of podcast.
Well, they helped me working with the owner. I was the partners and whatnot. I didn't own the Five Guys.
Okay, okay.
I wish I did.
But was it then and there that you kind of started dabbling in it and then decided, hey, I want a public platform of my own, or was that just kind of something that eventually happened organically?
It sort of happened organically, but I just was interested. I went to Podfest in Orlando
Okay.
this past weekend, and I was wondering for myself, I was like, when did I register that domain? Like, when did that even happen? And so the domain was registered back in 2020.
Okay,
That's how
wow.
long ago it was. So maybe during COVID, and with COVID, I really kind of shut down. Maybe I was just kind of, trying to figure out, okay, what with COVID, that really changed a lot for a lot of people. And I was
Right.
trying to figure out, what did I want my next move to be? And that's when I guess I had the original idea with the brand. I mean, I even have a shirt somewhere. I even embroidered the back of the shirt and had Kirk Francis Vibe Your Vibe. And I was trying to figure out, I like the idea of truth telling, of maybe, removing the mask and just being real. So that's kind of, I try to have guests on where, they've gone through a struggle. A lot of them have worked other careers and then they've morphed into what they currently do. And usually their origins are somewhere completely different to where they are today. And one of the things that I feel like that some of the guests that I've had, specifically some of the guests I've had, really talk about how they, kind of being true to themselves and being real. And there's definitely, that's kind of was the original idea of Vibe Your Vibe, is like, just Vibe Your Vibe means to be yourself and just be true to yourself instead of trying to wear a mask and be something that you're not.
Absolutely. Now I noticed like kind of your mantra is that every voice has a frequency. Is that, I mean, does that go hand in hand with what you were just saying, that is that kind of how you came to that realization?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the other side of all of this is I felt like there's a lot of important voices out there, especially when you're dealing. In the past, I've been pretty heavy into LinkedIn, and I see how the algorithm just keeps throttling and throttling and throttling, and people get quite frustrated trying to get heard. And so one of my goals with this was just giving a platform for people to have their story heard. I mean, one of the things I read recently I thought was quite interesting. Way back, I guess, I don't know if I'm not sure if I'm doing my math right, but maybe 40, 50 years ago, media was owned by just a few people that then put the stories out to the millions.
Right.
There's a very few people putting out that content out. Now we got millions of people creating content. And I mean, I've had some people actually approach me and like, well, I think now I broke 190 subscribers, you know, but what I try to tell people is that's what it's going to turn into. Is there's going to be millions of people creating platforms that give people a voice. And it doesn't matter that I have 190 subscribers. In fact, that's amazing. Could you imagine going to the local library and packing in 190 people
Right.
into the auditorium there and having a talk? And so some people look at that and they throw off because you don't have millions like Joe Rogan. It doesn't matter. 190 is a huge number when you look into it in real terms. Like, what would that mean going into a small auditorium at your local library and having a talk with 190 people showing up?
Right.
You would pack the parking lot, like literally. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure a local library could handle that.
Right.
And so that's kind of the idea of giving, by us having this little channel here, and I don't know how many views this is going to get. I think I'm pretty safe in saying it's not going to be hundreds of thousands or millions, Hopefully, it can get to hundreds and thousands. But the point is that it's still reaching those hundreds and those thousands of people out there. And right now, with your platform, you're giving me a voice, just like I do the same for the people that show up on my show. So
Absolutely.
thank you for
Well,
doing it,
yes.
because it's a lot of work, and as you well know, and at the same time, I think it's worthwhile work, and I think that's the direction that things are going to go. And then to kind of talk on it a little bit more, if you go look and see what the traffic is on the internet right now,
Mhm.
and you look at how much content is either being created by bots or AI or whatever it is, we're having a real conversation. We're
Right.
two real guys. All right. There's no bot involvement. I mean, maybe you're using a little AI to do the editing, generating. You're using some kind of technology probably to generate the captions
Right,
and the
on clips
written
and things like
transcript.
that, for
Right.
sure.
But at the bottom line, this is coming from me and it's coming from you. We're real
Right.
live people. And I think that kind of conversation is just going to be gold going forward, especially with all of the AI that's happening in all the bots.
Man, it really, and it's funny you mention that because I've said that myself, man. It seems like really the trend is growing in just, to put it bluntly, authenticity. I mean, people want to see
Right.
other people in just, their natural, authentic way. The way of, overproduced little segments or anything like that is kind of seems to be falling to the wayside. And yeah, people are, looking to be able to join in on those conversations and again just be authentic. Um, with that, kind of being at the forefront of everything, how do you stay grounded in authenticity yourself, especially while you're trying to build a brand like the Vibe Your Vibe podcast and, Kirk Francis and everything?
I try my best not to. I want to use AI and large language models as a tool. Just like it's a lot easier to hammer a nail in with like a pneumatic nailer than with a hammer versus a rock, right?
Right.
So we've made progressions. So I'm not going to say I don't use those tools. I mean, right now we're actually even looking at Descript as a tool. We already are using, I think it's called Riverside FM,
Nice.
which also has some AI editing pieces to it. So we're not above using those tools. In fact, I think if you're not using those tools, you're going to be left in the dust
Right.
because you're not going to be able to keep up with your production. I mean, and that's sort of the. I mean, you asked how I stay real is I try to make sure it's me, right? And I like to do things that are this is a waveform. That's me saying vibe your vibe.
Right.
That's
Nice.
That's what the waveform is.
I see that.
And
Okay,
so,
cool.
And so I probably used AI to create that. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I took
but
away,
it's still authentic. I mean, that's still your
but
voice in that waveform.
that's what I'm trying to say. And
Right.
so it's still got me. It's like I'm making a pie, and those ingredients. Maybe there's a little bit of AI or large language model mixed in there, but there's a big chunk of me that's still part of it. The theme song, I used an AI tool to create the theme song, but I wrote the lyrics.
Right.
Yeah, I had some help writing the lyrics even to make sure I got the syllables right and the word, but it came from me. I'm the one that did the lyrics. I did get help on the music, but I still provided what kind of a theme that I wanted. I think it turned out quite nice, and
yeah.
that's how I think you still are making it about you. It's like there's a girl out there I think just got a record contract, like a multi-million-dollar record contract. All she uses is AI.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yet she's the one doing all the lyrics. She's writing, that, and then using AI to put the music to it. And then she's got an avatar that she's been able to formulate to kind of keep some consistency. Trust me, that avatar's got pieces of her in it, even though it's an AI avatar. So, yeah, there's gonna be some AI out there, and it's gonna mix some things. If you're thinking you can just push a magic button and it's gonna just spit stuff out that I don't think it's quite at that level yet. It's definitely going to need a prompt, and it's going to need a direction to take it in.
Right. I feel like eventually one day it's going to get to the point, and I've even heard some commercials, but where you can, rather than having to type in a prompt, you'll just be able to think, or I know even with Chat GPT, you can talk to it and it can, understand a lot of what you're trying to tell it and things just from
Maybe if you dive
description.
into it some and you try to get it to do some stuff, it gets real circular. It starts
Yeah.
hallucinating. It starts, being like way too positive about, not real. So I mean, yeah, you got to be careful there because
Right. Right.
it can be a little crazy.
You should absolutely go and create a French fry salad restaurant. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It was like one of the things we're trying to create is a guest management service, and I'm wanting to kind of do a little bit different approach to it. And so we're wanting to create like a physical. Um, I did a little experiment this past holiday season where I sent out. Actually, I got one here. I sent out a physical card,
Nice.
right? And then it's got a QR on the back. And I wanted to see what kind of response did I get out of that QR. Well, out of 500 cards that got sent, I got over 125. So over 25% scans. And of those scans, I got over 25% of those actually either sent me a text message, called me, sent me an email, DM'd me, or shared
Nice.
their email and phone number with me. Which is, if you now realize, I did send it out to people that I had some sort of a connection with. Like you would have qualified because we had that phone call.
Right.
So, and especially now since we're doing the show. So they didn't go out to very many blind people, but I've actually now that I sent that initial 500 out, now I'm starting to send them out to people that, as an example, would be a first connection on LinkedIn.
Okay.
But I've never DM'd them. They never DM'd me. I never emailed them. I never even engaged with their content. So they're getting this card just blind.
Just as
I
a,
just got a
hey,
text.
we crossed paths and thank you.
Yeah, the note says we're first connections on LinkedIn, but we've never really, connected. So this is my attempt to reach out to you, connect. And I've already gotten a text message. No, a DM. I got a DM back from somebody that's a first connection that I've never DM'd before. They DM'd me first.
Wow.
Back. So it was real interesting. It's a nice experiment. And so as far as our guest management, where I'm trying to circle back to is the AI, we're wanting to do something like that. And the AI is like, yeah, you can go out and you can book people 20 to 30 guest spots every month. And I'm like, yeah, right. Kind of like your French fry salad bit. And, you've been in this a while. You would know, you obviously know, trying to book 20 or 30 guest spots for your client that's not real. That's going to be really hard to do. We're
Right.
doing good to get 2 or 3, right?
Right.
And we're wanting to kind of go old school and incorporate a postcard and create a whole media kit for them and see what kind of interest we can generate. But we're not going to be sending. I mean, we probably have to send out 20,000 of these to get those kind of responses. So yeah, we're not doing that. We're going to probably do a couple of hundred every month and just be selective on who those 200 are going out to. But that's something that we're working on as well. So that's, and again, back to the whole real thing is trying. I'm using AI to come up with this idea and refine it.
Right.
And check in with my hallucinations on what I think I can do. But what's interesting is AI will hallucinate as well. And I'm like, no, that is not real. I'm not going to be able to be, brand new into the guest management space and booking people 30 guest spots.
Right. It is. Yeah. I remember I was kind of having a fun battle with ChatGPT or one of them out there recently, but I was like, no matter what I tell you, you're going to tell me this is a good idea. Like, is there anything realistic to you? Like, if I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go open up a bridge that people can jump off of, it'll be like, that's a great idea. You may want to set up something with medic personnel to be nearby to help out with the mess and everything. Like, it's not gonna, it's yeah. There's definitely room for it to grow. But I do agree with you. I mean, it's used under the right context and everything, you can still keep very much your authentic self in it and just use it as a tool. I mean, I use it personally for clipping viral clips from each of the episodes that we do to post on our socials. And that's simply a time saver. I mean, you're talking, to go through an hour's worth of footage, because most of our episodes are about an hour, to go through, that daily and listen back through and clip out moments and edit them together and do all that captioning on your own. I mean, that would be one person's full-time job, just
Right,
doing that every
exactly.
day.
Because it's not an hour.
Right. Yeah, it's not. It takes
It's
8
hours.
hours to do that
Yeah.
1 hour of editing and get it down into 3 15-minute clips. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
We were talking a bit about the Vibe Your Vibe podcast, and of course, you guys have tackled topics from burnout, and as we were just talking about, AI to soulful branding and raw life stories. Man, really one of the things that I like the best about it is you give people a space to just be unfiltered. How do you create that safe environment behind the microphone for them, where they're able to let down their defenses a little bit and open up like that?
I think it just, first of all, I think it's the general arc of the show is usually there's an introduction, we kind of get to know each other, and the hard part is just shutting up and giving them space to talk, because I think, and that kind of goes back to the theme, every voice has a frequency, and everybody has a story, and I think everybody really I think even shy people, believe it or not, I think shy people, I think they in it's kind of my wife is super shy,
Right. Okay.
and so I have a little bit of experience with this, and I think one of the reasons why maybe she's shy is that she got shut down early on,
Oh,
and
okay.
she wanted to share her story, but she got shut down. I don't know, I'm not a psychologist, I don't know, I don't know the dynamics of why people become super shy, but I think one of the things is if you actually are actively listening to somebody and you're sitting here, especially, I think it works really, and my preference, if I can do it, and as you know, I was wanting to get by Little Rock, is to do it in person. There's something about in person over remote that is just so much better, and you can
Absolutely.
really feed off of each other's energy. And when people really see you listening and understanding them, I think they seem to open up a little bit more.
I got
I
you.
think
Yeah.
they're open to sharing.
Right. That connection is felt. Absolutely. So. Well, beyond the podcast, you lead Authority Union. It says helping leaders build authority through content, strategy, and presence. How did that business and business model kind of come to life?
Well, it came to light because I was working in a mature in, what do you call it, IT marketplace, and I was just quite frustrated with trying to get through to the potential customers, because it's like trying to sell somebody an Android that has an iPhone, or selling somebody a OnePlus that has an iPhone, that are once they've had Samsungs,
Mm-hmm.
and those are completely different phone platforms. There's a learning curve to them, and most people, they're able to do all the research out there up front. And one of the things with Authority Union and the idea that I had with it was creating the content, creating the podcast, taking advantage of, there's search engine optimization, there's answer engine, which is going to be like your Siri and your Alexa. And then now we've got a new one called generative engine optimization. And one of the things when it comes to authority and authenticity is those generative engine are those large language models, Gemini, Perplexity, Grok, ChatGPT. There's a few others out there. They're able, especially on YouTube, because the transcripts are open, they're able to actually go out to those transcripts, and shows like this that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
What a lot of folks don't seem to understand is, again, back to the low subscriber count, the low view count, that doesn't really matter that much, especially if you're talking about niche. So if you're in a niche environment, because there's not going to be another channel out there that has a million subscribers to it getting millions of views, right?
Right.
There's going to be a bunch of dozens or hundreds of channels out there with low low count subscribers and views, just like you. And the people that's out there creating the content, creating the most authority for those generative engines, they're going to pull that in. So that's kind of the idea, was how do I reach more clients and have them understand when they go out to ChatGPT, I have this problem. What do you suggest is the best solutions? Give me the top three. You want to be listed in those top three. How do you get in those top three? You get in those top three by creating content.
Okay.
Content like we're creating right now.
Right.
And so, and we're talking about it. This is going into the transcript. That's going to go out to YouTube. The large language models are going to ingest that. And now it's going to be part of the answer. Depending on how often this comes up in conversation, it's going to index it and everything else. And so that was kind of, I was trying to think, how do I, what do I do? How do I break through? And I think you break through. I mean, originally, and I'm kind of changing gears, my initial idea was, super consistent, performative content creation.
Okay.
After getting shut down on Meta, I'm kind of rethinking that. And that's why I'm thinking like direct mail and then just being kind of, a little bit, I don't know what the word would be, trying to draw on human FOMO and whatnot. Like certain communities in the world. I was actually talking at the Podfest. I forgot. I think he said the German culture. If I just sent them this out of the blue with the QR code, there's no way they're going to scan it. He's like, you send that to somebody in UK. He goes, they're going to have to scan it. So some of it, you're going to have to do different things depending on who your target is.
I gotcha.
But one of the things that he suggested that I do, I was actually going to send a note with this. The stick is a sticker and it's got a QR on it. He's like, no, you should just put that in an envelope and just send it with nothing. Because people are going to be like, well, what is that? He goes, a lot of people just throw it in the trash. Who cares?
Right.
But other people, and now here's another kicker. And one of the things that I do, I hand address the envelope.
Okay.
So some human, you can.
Yeah, so they're like, so it wasn't just like mass produced. Somebody knew my address to write it on the back of this. Yeah.
Right, and then just sent me a sticker.
So
what's this about? Let me scan it.
Right.
Yeah.
Who was this? Who has my address? Yeah.
Right. So just coming up with ideas like that are kind of not typical. I think somebody asked me recently, like, well, how are you going to scale that? And I'm like, it's not scalable. It's not going to be. And I understand that going into it. It's a boutique service.
Right.
It's not going to be something that's going to go mass scale. It's not going to be $1 billion idea. But,
right. But it's something that
idea needs to be a billion idea. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not every business needs to be $1 billion idea business.
Sometimes it can lead that. I mean, it's just, it's a little extra fluff, but it gets them, might pique enough interest, at least like you said, you get this randomly in the mail. It's addressed to you. It's not, mass produced. It's not just a sticker with your address. It's, wrote by hand. Yeah, I'm gonna pay a little bit more attention to it maybe, or like you said, scan that. What's a common mistake that you see founders making with either like their branding or storytelling or just trying to get off the ground? Like you said, a lot of what you're doing is great, ideas to help spread the word. What are the common pitfalls that are very easy, the landmines that are easy to step on right at the start?
I think the biggest one is just not willing to put in the effort to develop a relationship. Mm-hmm. Just hitting hard for the sale right off the bat. I obviously, I guess some people are having success with that if it's just a pure numbers game and they're hitting the right timing and everything else, and that particular person is in need of that service right then and there. But I think for the most part, I think people are turned off by that. I've had several conversations with different people that say the same thing.
I would agree. I mean, there is as a viewer myself, like when I go through, I've really found when like TikTok Live first started off, it was kind of interesting, just to see like different streamers and what they had set up. And now it all seems like it's the same thing. You know, it's either somebody playing Fortnite or it's, you know, two people battling and dancing or singing, usually in some type of skimpy, attractive attire. They are, you know, female or
Right.
whatever. And you know, yeah, they're getting 1 million views and there's just no, you know, there's no real connection. Like I feel like I just went to the club for free or whatever, basically, and got to sit at home and enjoy it, you know?
Right. And I think that's the, you know, the constant commercialization of things. I think it's okay maybe to run an ad.
Right.
And I guess at some point you'll probably have, I don't know, maybe you do already. You got ads and sponsors of your show.
Yeah, we have a few. Yep. Yep.
But the thing, and that's okay. But I think is like me maybe on my show just continually talking about authority union and stuff like that. I'll give you actually a good example. Somebody I think is doing it right. I mean, I think there's plenty of people doing it wrong. Not sure who the example would be doing it wrong necessarily. I'd have to think about that. But one person I was looking at was Alex Hermosi. I don't know if you're familiar with Alex Hermosi. Acquisition.com.
Okay.
And when you see him, he's definitely promoting acquisition.com, but he's not saying buy me, buy me, buy me. He's just, and then he has a lot of free, like he gives away freebies on his website.
Okay.
But he never says go out and buy acquisition.com. You can go out to acquisition.com for free and go take this class. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
Instead of sign up and buy me, go sign up and we'll have, you know, sign up and tell me what you want.
Right.
And I think it's just that it's subtle. It's not, you know, but I think that's that little shift of like, here, you can go try me out for free. And he doesn't even ask you to buy him. He's like, you can go try this out. Like you read his book. Yeah, you can go to my, you know, you buy his book, you bought his book, right? He already knows that you bought his book. And by the way, you can go to my website and there's a class for free that you can go take on acquisition.com.
Mm-hmm.
So acquisition.com, his books and all his content is all a funnel into acquisition.com.
Okay.
And what he's essentially doing is you'll go out there and you'll start checking it out and maybe you actually become a prospect for him. But he's not asking you to be a prospect. He's saying, go check out my free stuff first.
Right. I got you.
And he's trying to build that relationship first. And I think instead of saying, buy me, sign up for a discovery call, you know, I don't need another discovery call. I don't have 15 minutes to waste. And I think, you know, him doing those courses, that's kind of an idea that I'm playing around with. Him doing a course, I think is a good way. You know, if you want to put the time into it, it's on you. You can say no. You can say yes.
Right.
You can decide if you're going to give that effort versus no one likes going into these discovery calls because everybody knows what's going to happen at the end of it. They're going to put the hard sell on you.
Right.
And everybody hates that hard sell.
Right.
And that's, you know, like Jim can't, and I think that might have been one of the ways I was successful because, and again, using AI to your advantage. I don't know if you've heard of Jim Camp. He wrote a book that I think the title of the book is Start with No.
Okay.
And so one of the ways I use AI is I go, see if this is Jim Camp approved message. You know what I mean? And so I'll write the message and then I'll have AI just, so, and he's not the only person I'm asking. I'm asking,
Right.
you know, is it Alex Hermosi approved? Is it Jefferson Fisher approved? I don't want to insult anybody. So I have a set of mentors that help me with the language and what I want to say. And I think that's another good way to, you know, using examples of how to use AI. That's how you can use AI as well, right? Is saying, you know, edit this based on this person and their content, and
Gotcha.
because you like what they have to say. So that's another how I use AI. But on top of that is how to do it is telling people you can. I think I forgot what I said. I wish I had a note here. And I said, you know, if you want to scan it, great. If you don't, you're done. Throw it in the trash.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was going to, and so what was interesting, I'll share this story with you. What was interesting is I reached out because I'm into fly fishing and I've done a few fly fishing episodes. And I sent a card to the fly shop in St. Louis, Missouri. Sorry, Tom, I'm going to mention you. And in the letter I put, hey, Tom, would you like to be on my podcast? So I go in there Tom runs and starts becoming very busy. And the guy's like, "Can I help you?" And they're like, "No, I'm waiting to talk to Tom." And then one of the guys came up to me and he goes, "Well, you know, what do you need Tom for?" I was hoping he could be on a video podcast. And then he hit some more. I probably waited half an hour. Finally he's done. And he's served all the customers. There's no more customers for him to help. And I've known him for a long time. And he's just, I just don't want to do that, Kirk. And I'm like, I go, Tom, you can say no. It's fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I go, if you don't want to do it, and if somehow by some hook or crook I twisted your arm and got you, you know, set up my gear in here and got you to sit down and talk to me, I go, it's not going to be good at all. You know, I don't want to force somebody to sit in the hot chair, right? I mean,
Right.
you know that. It's not going to be a good content at all. And so, I don't know. And so I think it helped him a little bit talking to me, because I started off like, you can say no, it's okay. I'm
Right.
not going to be mad. You're not going to hurt. And I wanted to say it, and I'm so mad. I walked out of there and I didn't say it because the card was sitting. They have a fly tying table there with all these vices set up and all this fly tying gear. And there's my card sitting right on top of that. And he has a fireplace there too. And I'm like, thanks for not throwing my card in the fireplace.
Right.
Someone probably hit him up one more time. And that's all it's going to say is thanks for not throwing the card in the fireplace. And I'll probably give him a sticker. And that's it. You know.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna push, and I think that's the other mistake people make is they just hit you and hit you and hit you and hit you. I mean, maybe he'll never be a guest, but maybe he can become maybe he watches a few of those fly segments I have and he likes it.
Absolutely, yeah, and he becomes, you know, what I refer to as a partner. You know, somebody that goes out and shares it and says, you know, man, this is a great podcast. You should check it out.
Yeah, I'll never go on it, but
right.
But I like watching it.
Now, for you yourself, and I mean, of course, for any, you know, podcaster or anybody that's out there putting out content, I mean, obviously, you know, we have ideas in our head of where we'd like to see things go. Where do you see Vibe Your Vibe heading in the next few years?
Oh wow. Well, for myself personally, I'm hoping. Sorry about that. Just hit the mic. For me personally, I hope there's possibly a way of monetizing it.
Okay.
Right now, monetization of Vibe Your Vibe wasn't part of the plan. It really truly was basically just giving people a platform and a voice. And so I came up with just by going to Podfest, I actually come up with a pretty interesting idea. I'll be happy to share it with you and your watchers as well. I don't know how many are podcasters.
Yeah.
But I met a guy, and G. Lee, I'm sorry, I don't have his card in front of me. His name's Lee, and he's with a company that provides linking services. It's like $6 a month. It's quite affordable. And what they do is they'll link to Amazon, and regardless of where your viewer is viewing from, so if your viewer's in the US, obviously it's Amazon.com. If they're over in Germany, Amazon.de. They're in the UK, Amazon.uk, and it does this automatically for you. And what was interesting for him, what he told me is statistic, and I was going to do I'm just taking his word on it, is he was saying statistically book links get the most clicks of any clicks. So if you have an Amazon affiliate account and you set up with their linking service, you could link to a book. And then I got thinking, and I don't know if it was him or it was me that figured it out. I'm like, oh, so I should have authors on. And then I got, well, no, I can just ask my guest, what's the last book you read? I mean, that's something that you could ask almost anybody.
Right.
And even if they don't have a book, I can probably make a recommendation of a book that I've last read. So I can bring a book into the conversation one way or the other. And so that was a unique idea that you might see me talking about books more on my shows.
Nice.
And then linking to them in the description. So it's it's not and what you would put is just like, here's the books mentioned in the podcast.
Okay.
That's all you're putting. Not putting nothing. You know, it's not like, make sure you click the link to the book. No, we're not doing any of that. You're doing it as a favor. Look, we mentioned the book in the podcast. Here's a list of the books that were mentioned. It's just that simple. Nothing crazy. And that was an interesting idea, talking to him. And then being in the podcast business here of podcasting. I've got cameras and tripods and cables and devices. I use I'm not sure I can get it up on the camera here. I use a Roadcaster video. You looks like you have some sort of a device that you're using there as well.
Yeah.
And you know, I've used it enough now. I could definitely talk about it and do like a gear review and say this is what I like about it, this is what I hate about it. And so he said gear reviews are really good too, and I think that might be something, you know, maybe worth pursuing. So that you talked about where I might go in the future. Is it would be nice to have, you know, there's obviously a cost, even though we're all using tools and trying to streamline as much as we can. I have a team that helps me keep up with the effort there. And if I didn't have them, I don't know how I would get it done. It would just be, I don't know how many people I've talked to, and I don't know if you have, that have actually been a guest and they've had podcasts and they don't anymore just due to the production effort that it took. Not the actually, the recorded effort is enough. And that's a pretty big effort also, right?
Right.
Just getting the recording done. But then when you go get into the editing, and even if you have the AIs out there to do it,
right,
someone still has to sit behind the screen and do it. You know,
load it up and check it out.
And,
yeah.
It's. I mean, I got a little drive, and I go take that and put that into Julie, my assistant's computer that she has at my house. I'm done. I don't touch it after that. That's it. She sends it to the. She doesn't touch it. She does. She touches the files. She sets the files up to the team. The team grabs the files. Bada bing, you know, click up, project gets created, and all, you know, that happens all behind the scenes. And it would be interesting. I should probably show that, right? I should go and show my ClickUp and my frame and all the different tools that we're using, and how, you know, after the episode gets recorded, what happens to this podcast? What happens to this hard drive? Because it's quite a dance, right?
There's, I mean, there,
all over the world, literally all over the world, these files go to get to the final destination of going up into, I can't, and I don't even know. It's kind of sad. I don't know. I think we post natively to YouTube. I'm not sure, but I know everything else is pretty much going through Spotify. Is it Spotify? Yeah, Spotify for creators. Yeah, that's what we're using. So it goes out to iHeart and Apple and Amazon, and so the audios go out too. So we have all of our stuff goes out to audio as well as video.
Wow. Yeah, we just started doing that ourselves. Well, we've been doing it, and then there was a lot of issues going on in the back end, I think, with like the coding between softwares and YouTube and their specific, so we just had to switch. But yeah, we're getting back into that where we can put all of our episodes out on Spotify, and like you said, you know, iTunes, iHeart, you know, Apple Podcasts. You know, everybody, especially when you're in the podcast game, man, you kind of have that, you know, list of you know, dream guests or collabs that you'd like to do. What's just one dream collaboration or guest you wish you could have?
Oh wow. That's really tough. A dream guest. And I mean, there's other guests that I could mention.
Oh, absolutely.
As this person that I'm going to mention. I'm not sure how much of a connection we would have, though.
Okay.
And so I'm picking this particular guest just due to the connection I think we would have. And that person would be Chase Jarvis.
Okay.
Chase Jarvis would probably be, he was the founder of, I can't believe I just went blank on the name. Creative Live.
Okay.
The training platform is still active, but he's no longer involved with it. And so, yeah, that would be somebody I think I'd be interested in having for a guest. And
Very
definitely
cool.
have a connection, I think.
Very cool.
Although I don't skateboard. I'd like to learn how to skateboard.
I just, man, if I could learn how to skate even, but yeah. I tell you, wheels on the bottom of my feet, it's never, whether it's been roller skates, roller blades, skateboards, outside of a bike, that's the only thing. And then there's, you know, there's not even wheels, it's just the pedals. But yeah, as soon as I put wheels underneath my feet, man, it never turns out right. Well, hey, Kirk, man, I want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and sitting down with us here on Rich and the People and chatting with us and learned a lot of things from you. Any final thoughts you'd want to leave our listeners with?
I think the final thought is, I think if you're truly yourself and authentic, I think that's what is going to be missing going forward in the future with all the AI, large language models, and bots and algorithms and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's like the M dash. I wrote a post on LinkedIn about the M dash. You see the M dash out there, and that's it's like the big tell that it was written by AI. So I met somebody at Podfest that she said, I love the M dash, and now I'm not using it because it's freaking AI. She used to use the M dash previously, and so I think that would be my message is just be yourself, and because that authenticity of being yourself, I think is going to be more rare every day.
Man, absolutely. Well, again, huge shout out to you. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Kirk Francis, thank you again for coming through today. If there's one thing, of course, you kept circling back to, it's that reminder we all need, man. Just stay authentic. Don't chase someone else's lane. Don't water yourself down. Don't try a vibe that isn't yours, man. Your voice, your story, your frequency, that's where the power is. Kirk's built Vibe Your Vibe, an authority union on that exact principle, showing up real, owning who you are, and letting the right people connect with you because of it, not in spite of it. If today's conversation hits you, take that as your sign. Trust your voice, trust your process, and most importantly, remain authentic. Kirk, again, man, I can't thank you enough. We appreciate you so much, and look forward to you maybe joining in again sometime, man. Catch you on down the road.
Yeah, we can definitely keep you posted on how some of these different projects are flushing out and what the kind of results that we get from them.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, once again, thank you so much, man, and we'll catch up with you later. Take care. Be safe.
All right. Bye
All
bye.
right.
Thanks.
Later. Bye bye.